It's Friday, and it's gonna be hot, and it's sunny, and my phone broke.
And you weren't in line this morning. Did you see our live shots?
I did see that. I saw that, yeah. But like my phone is toast now.
Is it toast?
It was toast.
Do you even have it on your person?
It's over there. I can't even make phone calls with it.
Caitlin, you should have been in line. So the iPhone 17 debuted today, and there was the requisite line outside of the Apple store, which I never understand that. But like, if anyone needs to be in that line, it's you. My
husband actually went out. We live in the farmlands of Indiana, though, and they had one in stock.
Oh, really?
It's orange.
Did he procure it for you?
He said that and I don't even know what color orange it is, but I'm like, that's fine.
And it's orange. Now you don't need to like plan your outfit for Orange Friday. You can just bring your phone.
Put it up next to me
and have it on set.
So I'm fancy.
Well, congratulations.
I've got like a fancy new phone.
And by the way,
yeah,
props to your husband for getting your phone for you.
Oh, he does stuff like that all the time.
That is unbelievable.
Really?
Like, yeah.
You wouldn't do that for Maggie?
I mean, it's kind of I would do an errand for her, but that's like a big errand.
Doctor for you.
That's a big errand because aren't there sign-ups and logging in and passwords and things like that?
Here's the issue is I don't know. Here's the issue, and maybe someone can help me out with this. My phone that just died, and this might have something to do with it, probably had about 80 to 90,000 photos on it.
Yeah.
80 to 90,000.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even joking. So when you get a new phone, can you like pick to just have your contacts move over and not your pictures?
Ooh.
Because these
the thing is, Caitlin,
what?
It's in the cloud. It's in the cloud.
It's in the
in the cloud.
Okay, but so if I log into my thing, my Apple thing, is it going to put all of those pictures on my phone?
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean?
That is above Ponce's pay grade.
Maybe I'll check the YouTube comments. If you guys are watching and you know the answer to this, please comment below, and I am seriously going to check.
Because you don't want 80,000 on your phone. But what if you want to pull something up that we need?
I love to do that, but listen. It weighs my phone down. I pay for extra storage. I've got the Google Photos backup. And like you said, it's in the cloud.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got all 3 of those C-section videos.
Oh, wow.
On that
you don't want to lose those.
Don't want to lose those. But I also just
Wait, they allow that? They did not allow me to film. Believe you me, I tried. Both of my birth, Maggie's.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I snuck a couple.
No, they videoed the whole thing. Like the nurse had my phone and was videoing the whole surgery and the whole taking the baby out of my stomach. It's amazing, and that's why I want to share it with you guys one day. I would show you. Actually,
you would show
yes, of course. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, if you're a little bit like queasy, that might not be for you.
I need to process that. All right,
I'll text it to you later.
Please.
Okay, so it's Friday. We're gonna have a fun show. We've got Labubu's fever in this studio this morning.
Gosh.
Big Labubus, small ones. Keychains are a new vibe.
Tattoos.
And we also have a tattoo artist who tattoos these Labubus in studio too. That was another thing. We just met them off.
There's a whole spread right over here.
Very talented. Very talented.
Caitlin, can you remember recently a phenomenon as
like the Beanie Baby?
Beanie Baby.
Right? So they're having
were people doing tattoos and
on their Beanie Babies?
And
I don't know about that.
Okay. Because this feels like it's, this is going nuts.
People are very, very passionate about it.
And it is taking over Chicago this weekend at the Gangnam Market, which is the coolest place. I've seen, Jake, he's off camera right now. Have you done live shots at the Gangnam Market? Okay. I feel like one of us has done it. He has not, but it is an awesome place. Later on, messy shirts, tasty sliders, and a good cause. We've got the scoop on today's White Castle. They're calling it the Mess Fest that is serving up food, fun, and support for Chicago families.
But first, we're going to toss over to a new movie that's coming out on Hulu that Jake got to cover. So let's take a look.
Fight for what you've built. My name's Whitney Wolf, and I'm starting a revolution.
All right. Wow. Okay. So this is the creator of Bumble.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild story. So it's a movie called Swiped. It starts streaming on Hulu today, so you can sit at home in your underwear and watch. You can literally swipe on Bumble while you're watching this.
Is that what you're gonna do?
Wow.
No, it's not. I don't have the dating apps anymore. That's a different conversation.
That's a whole
but it's actually, it's a pretty wild story. So this is about a woman named Whitney Wolfe who was very much a part of the early days of Tinder. But according to this movie, Tinder kind of became like the bro show, and they weren't really giving her credit for her ideas and kind of ended up pushing her out of the company. And so she said, well, forget you guys. I'm going to go and create my own app, but it's going to be a safe place for women on the apps, because her main complaint about Tinder is that women were complaining about guys sort of abusing this app and they weren't taking it seriously. So she created Bumble, which, if you're unfamiliar with the dating apps, is really an app all about where the woman has to swipe first. The woman has to kind of make the first move. The woman has to initiate the conversation. So I had the chance to chat with a great actress named Lily James. She played Cinderella. She was on Downton Abbey. She was in Baby Driver. She's a really great actress. I wanted to know which of her characters would do best on the dating apps. And we ended up going into a conversation about how she actually had to use her friend's Bumble account to research the role, which means that there is a guy out there who has no idea that he was technically catfished by Lily James.
Wow.
App called Bumble. A dating app that is actually a good experience for women.
I feel like since the beginning of dating apps, we've learned that people use them for different things. Some people are genuinely looking for the love of their life. Some people are just looking for a hookup. So I'm sort of curious, thinking of all the amazing characters you've played over the course of your career, which one would you most like to see their Tinder or their Bumble profile? See what photos they use, who's messaging them, who they're messaging, and who do you think would find the most success on the dating apps?
Well, that's hilarious. I think that Cinderella would obviously be down to find Prince Charming. She's in it for love.
Good luck with that on Tinder.
Lady Rose, probably less so. She was probably there for, you know, some... Don't you say DTF? Isn't that the...
I promise you, if I say it, it's not cool at all. So, like, you don't want me saying that.
I don't know. I haven't used apps. I actually genuinely have never used them. So for this role, I had to do a lot of research, and I stole my friend's phone, and because I really needed to figure out how Bumble worked and how it all worked. And I was very impressed, I got to say, about how she re-engineered that app from a female point of view and putting women in an empowered position. It was really cool.
Did you create an account for your, like a, what do they call it? Like a burner account?
A catfish account. I wanted to, but I couldn't, because it was really, there's so many security, rightly so. I couldn't create like a fake account. I was going to do it with my friend's pictures, and I was in LA and she was in London, and it's impossible. Luckily there's a lot of security measures in place now. So you have to be who you say you are. So in the end, I just used friends' phones instead.
So is it entirely possible, even using your friend's account, is there a guy out there who like got catfished by Lily James and has no idea?
It's possible.
Wow, that's actually kind of awesome.
So Jake, was it fun to be on the dating apps when you were? I never did it. Was that a funny question? I totally didn't mean it to be funny.
No, it's a good question. I mean, listen, it's not the way I wanted to meet someone. It's just the way it's happening. You know, I kind of equate the dating apps to like a knife. It is exactly whatever you make of it. It can be used to chop, you know, vegetables for your dinner. It can be used for violence. The dating apps, you know, some people use them for hookups. Some people are genuinely looking for the love of their life. It's, you know,
do you find that the women are looking for the hookups more, or the men?
I mean, I don't know what the, you know, other men are looking. I can only
look for the love of your life.
I mean, you know, I'm 37. You
Jake
know,
wants to have some babies, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you provide, okay, but full disclosure for the viewers back home, my earpiece went out, so I didn't hear any of your interview.
Sure, it was great.
I'm sure, as they always are. But my question is, when this person left Tinder,
sure,
to found Bumble, what was the dynamic between the men and the women on Tinder where it was stacked against the women?
Right. Well, I mean, listen, and I'm basing this entirely on the information provided in the movie.
Okay.
But the way the movie tells the story is that Tinder, when Tinder was exploding, because keep in mind, in the world of dating apps, now they have Hinge, they have Raya, there are so many, you know, Bumble is, I think people still use Bumble. I don't really know, do people still use Tinder anymore? Like, I don't. Yeah, I think Tinder is more of a hookup thing now.
Is Raya the fancy one?
Raya's the fancy one.
Yep,
that's the one. Yep.
Level of celebrity. So that's like.
I was on Raya for.
Were you really?
I was.
Oh my goodness.
I was. But according to the movie, it got to a point where like men were sending unsolicited pictures to women, and women were reporting these guys, or men were like. If they were rejected by women, they would come back and like really sense of verbal abuse. And according to the film, women were filing complaints, and the attitude of the men at Tinder was, well, it's just because there are two sides to every story. We don't really know. And Whitney Wolf, who Lily James plays in the film, was basically like, we need to do something about this. You guys are ignoring one half of the dating pool of our app. And by that point, she'd kind of been pushed out. Other men were taking credit for ideas that she came up with. So that's why she eventually left and then created Bumble, which I think is much more of a successful app now than Tinder is.
Were you on Bumble at some point?
I was on all of them.
And
so the Bumble you have
at different periods of time.
In Bumble, so like the women have all kind of hold the cards out of the gate.
Sure. So both men and women are swiping, but hypothetically, let's say you and I matched on Bumble. I couldn't talk to you until you initiated a conversation. So women are very much in control. So what Whitney created with the Bumble dating app is a dating system, a social platform. But also the thing about Bumble is they have it, people, you can use it for dating, but they also have what they call Bumble BFF, which is if you're new to town and you just want to like meet people. And I know a lot of girls who use this that are moving to different cities, and they're just looking for a group of girls to kind of hang out with. You can nothing romantic. You just use it just to meet people. And I know a lot of people who've used that. So
for Tinder, if these girls were getting messages that they didn't want from these men that were being creepy, they can't just block them.
I mean, I think they can, but you also want to report, because someone that's sending unsolicited pictures of whatever.
They're gonna do it.
If they're gonna do it to one person, so you want to let it be known that this is happening.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So it's an interesting movie, particularly if you are a part of the generation that uses the dating apps, which I think is a huge part of dating now. And Lily James is fantastic. I love her, and she's a great actress.
Where and when and
Hulu now.
It is
Hulu now, baby.
It's not like a
press play streaming.
I am so curious. I really am, just because I've been married now for 12 years, and I completely missed.
Well, here's what I'll tell you is I think you would appreciate this, because the movie begins before the creation of Tinder. So think of it as like Social Network, whereas Social Network was for Facebook, this is like Social Network for the dating apps. And it sort of goes into this tech company that started as something else. And then all of a sudden they come up with this idea of, why don't we make dating easier?
Can you search for people? Like if someone got on now, you said you're
I don't
now,
think so. Does anyone? No, you can't. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
And sorry, this is like a debrief.
Go.
We're learning.
Are people just on there with their real? Are they on there with like their real first name, or?
It's just your first name. You can kind of pick and choose, and then of course you have to also make sure that they are not catfishing. And catfishing comes from a term, whereas it's about a documentary. Because catfishing came from a documentary called Catfish.
Can I ask you one more question?
Go.
As a public person,
sure.
How did that change? How does the experience compare to you when you were on?
I don't think. I mean, I never really found a lot of people on the apps ever really recognizing me from here or there. Now, I did have, whenever I was on the apps, I would usually because you have to keep in mind, you're one of a bunch of guys, and you were trying to make your profile stand out to whatever. So I would usually include like one picture of, I would never say really what I did for a living. I think I would just say like journalist. But I would include one picture of myself and a celebrity, not as a like, hey, look at me, but just enough to make someone pause and go, wait, is that Cynthia Erivo? Is that Tom Cruise? So if anything, just to give myself an edge over the competition.
Jake, that's so funny.
Listen, the face alone would give me
an edge. The hair. Come on.
Yes, yeah.
You would think?
But then I'm competing against these guys with like 12 packs and they're holding a fish next to their big giant truck, and it's like, like Tom Cruise is the only card up my sleeve. That's all I got, man.
Yeah, with a giant truck.
Yeah, man.
12 pack.
The guy that's been at the, lives at the gym. I'm like, whoo, I did 12 push-ups like 8 years ago. That's all I got going for me.
Women feel the same way. Are women competitive on there too?
I don't know. I'm not the one to say.
Because it is just one picture, right? And then you just
no, it's multiple things. You have a profile. It's multiple pictures. I don't have mine anymore. I deleted mine. I don't have mine anymore. But otherwise, I would show you guys.
I'm so curious, so interested. But it sounds like a good movie.
Yeah, it's a really fun. Yeah, it's a good movie.
On Hulu.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you, Jake. Are we going full out Labubu fever?
We're going full Labubu, baby.
Full Labubu. Are we going straight to commercial break first? Yeah, we gotta do a commercial. And then
swipe to commercial break.
Labubu, Fabubu.
Labubu.
A fake boo-boo.
Yes, indeed.
Tattoo
when we come
boo-boo.
back on a jam-packed Friday. Stay with us, everybody.
Of the one and only 24-karat gold Labubu in the world, as I have explained previously, just in case you forgot. Now,
24-karat gold Labubu. All right, take a look at this display that we have in front of us. Gangnam Market Labubu pop-up is happening this weekend at the market in Westtown, and popular viral LA-based Labubu tattoo artist, Labubu expert, this is Hunter. He's going to be there offering a chance to have your Labubu tattooed. You heard me right. Tattooed Labubus. So first, can we talk about Labubu in general? Will you give us a description of how this started and the craze and what you have here, the new Labubus that are out?
Yeah, of course. So actually there's a couple series like in total. Like there are big ones and there are small ones too. So these are the newest ones. This is like the Pin for Love series, and these are like smaller keychain
This is what my kid wants.
Yeah, these are the
for her
newest
backpack.
ones. Yeah.
So the new ones, they go on your back, like the little kids want these that hook under the back. So cute, and they have like all different kinds.
Yes, so it's like a letter, like A through M and then N through Z.
Okay.
And then these are the first ones that ever came out. These are like more neutral pastel colors.
Wow.
And then there's like
Can we open it, or are these for sale?
Yeah, you
can
open
ruin it.
Yeah, you could open it.
Are you sure?
I'm old, so I need you to back us all the
Yeah, no,
all the way from the beginning.
Okay, you guys are already going into like the accessorizing. These are the original ones, but where does the character originate?
So it's from a creator called Kai Sing Lung. He's in China, and it's from the company Pop Mart. And this became popular from, do you know Lisa from Blackpink? She posted Labubu once, and then it blew up. So
Just a character from this show. She posted it.
She posted it with her purse on her bag, and it just...
Was it one of these ones?
And
it
so
was,
is she
it was
a
this
very...
one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And she is just, I'm guessing she just has massive influence. So what she does...
She's like one of the biggest K-pop stars right now.
Okay.
Got it.
That was the background story I needed. That was the origin story for this craze. And then, so how long ago was that, Hunter?
That, I
like,
think
ish.
Around like 4 years ago.
3-4 years ago, and it's just exploded in popularity.
Yeah, so it was on quarantine, yes.
So is this one of those things where, like, for example, this new Labubu, are these hard to find? Do people have to come to this special market to get their hands on one of these?
Well, right now, Build Your Collectibles is like one of the easiest places to buy them from. I work with them and they're so reputable, but it's really hard to get them from Pop Mart because people buy them and resell them. So Build Your Collectibles usually collects and resells them a lot, and they're always like pretty affordable. Like they don't mark it up too much, so they're a really good company to get them from. I get all of mine from them. And so with these, like you could get secrets with them, and like a lot of companies, like they open the secrets and resell those, but with the company that I work with, Build Your Collectibles, they never open them. Like they have a lot of integrity, so I love working with them for that reason. Yeah.
Okay, so we totally interrupted your display here.
No,
I see some really fun ones on the table that have accessories. What are those ones?
So these are all the accessories that we're gonna have this weekend too, and more. These are like some of the outfits that people put on. Like there's like little nurses, doctors, and like so those are some of the ones that I tattooed in the front.
Oh, no
yeah.
way.
Yeah. If I hold this up,
I just want to look at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here, go for it.
Okay.
That's another tattooed one. But so you did this the spider web etching on the forehead. Of this one right here. That is so cool. And Hunter, you're an actual tattoo artist as well.
I tattoo
human patients as well.
Yes, it started from humans.
Is this the same process? Do you
kind of. I don't have to be clean. I don't have to be hygienic. No.
You don't have to wear gloves, but you use the same tattoo ink and everything?
Yes, everything.
How did you get started doing this?
So my boyfriend last year, when I visited him early in the year, that's when Labubu started picking up again.
Yeah.
And we went to the store, we got some, and then he didn't really care for them as much, but I love them, so he was like, can you personalize one so that I like it by tattooing it?
No way.
Yeah, so I did it for him. It blew up on TikTok, and I did it for my friends. So it kind of became like a little trend that I would just tattoo them for people and like make it like a little POV of me giving it to someone.
Listen.
What does it do to the... I know... Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, you should have like a P.O. box, have people be able to send their Labubu.
They do that.
They do that?
It's gotten too out of control, so I don't do that anymore, but it used to.
You would get thousands of them.
And I bet.
You couldn't parlay that into like a side hustle?
Well, I do. I do that on the side. I sell it on my Instagram, like on my site and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, recently with Build Your Collectibles, I do pop-ups with them, so then I tattoo it like live in front of the person.
Cool. So cool. And then what does that do? I know that they're so collectible that they're being like resold, right? And traded and everything like that.
Yes.
Do your tattoos tend to like, I don't know, personalize things, enhance the value? What's the dynamic there?
I would hope so, and it has. Like I think my resale, like when I do tattoo them, they do skyrocket a lot more. I think it depends on how intricate the tattoos are. So sometimes when it's done with finer needles, it takes longer, more detail. So it's just like a regular tattoo.
How long do you spend like on a tattoo, for example?
For like those ones, like I could do those in like 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
But like more detailed ones, maybe longer. It just depends on really what the person wants. But I love doing it in front of the person, like when they give me like what they want me to do. Yeah. So like it's more personal to them.
What are these little things?
Those are Smiskies.
Okay, so Smiskies. That's what these little boxes. What are
Hunter's face lights up.
You like Smiskies?
I like Sunny Angels. Have you seen those? They're like the little.
Are they out
the little
here
angel
too?
babies? I think we have Sunny. Yes, they're over there.
So is this the same line as
Pop Mart?
Labubu's?
No. So Pop Mart is a separate brand from those. Pop Mart is a brand in general, and Sunny Angels, it's its own thing. Yeah.
Oh.
But these are all blind box. So do you know gotcha buns? Have you heard
blind box? Will you tell? I've read a little bit about this, but are you familiar with this concept?
No.
Blind boxes started from gotcha bun culture. Gotcha buns are like, you know, in Japan and other places when you do the vending machines and you get like a blind item, so you don't know what you get. So for example, with these, it's like you don't know which one you're gonna get.
Sure.
So the culture behind it is like you kind of pick what you want or what you don't want, and then you open it, and a lot of people get what they don't want, what they want, and stuff
like that. It's like a Happy Meal. When you get
a little like baseball cards. You get a pack of baseball cards.
Yes.
Completely, and you might have
like Pokemon cards.
Something exactly. So The dynamic now, like, are there certain ones that are more valuable? We just saw that 24-karat gold one. Like, what is the? Did you know anything about like the backstory on there? Like, you couldn't blind box something like that.
No, I've seen her. I think she makes those, but those are really cool. With these, the secrets are usually the highest value. So there's 1 out of I think a 96 chance or 1 out of 172 chance that you could get a secret. Out of all the years that I've like collected Labubus these past 4 years, I've never gotten a secret until I started working with Build Your Collectibles. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people resell them, and when you open them, you can never get a secret because a lot of.
What is a secret? What is a secret?
It's a dark brown. It's like this, but darker.
Oh.
So it's very cute. Yeah, it's very cute. A lot of people like it because it's so neutral. And
is it furry?
Yeah. It's like the same type of fur as these ones, but it's more like curly. So it's very cute.
Cute. Okay, can I ask you a question?
So 1 out of 200-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a parent, they kind of have a creepy smile. Is there a scary like story behind that, or like why do they look like this?
I think they were inspired from, I think, rabbits or some animal, but I don't know why they have that smile, actually. I thought they were cute. I never thought they were creepy.
Creepy?
Yeah.
Was it just me?
What?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just
When I was trying to read up on this, they were described as cute but creepy, too.
Yeah.
Hunter, this weekend, tell us what your life is going to be like these next couple days. You're going to post up, essentially, at Gangnam Market.
Yes.
What's it going to be like there? What are you going to be doing?
So I'm going to be at Gangnam Market, and Gangnam Market is basically like this supermarket and food hall place. They have a bunch of like viral, like TikTok, Asian-inspired snacks, and like a huge selection of like ramens, ice cream, and just an amazing like bar and boba bar. They host a lot of pop-ups, and their vibe is very like neon, K-pop, you know, very bright. Yeah. So it's a really good place for something like this. So I'm going to be here only this weekend from Saturday and Sunday, both 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be there both days, and I'm going to be tattooing Labubus. We're going to be selling Labubus. We're going to be dressing Labubus, and we're probably going to have a lot of fun. So.
If someone's watching right now, and maybe they have their precious Labubu that they love, can they come and just pay you to tattoo it?
Yes. 100%.
So you don't have to buy one there?
No.
Oh, okay, that's so fun. And you can bring your own designs and everything?
Yes.
You're able to do anything?
Anything.
Wow.
Excuse me, guys.
Any way to like bless you.
Excuse me.
To set up a time for you, or are you gonna have like lines and lines?
I usually do lines, but I knock them out really fast.
Okay.
People are always kind of surprised because I don't wrap the Labubus. I don't like. It's very fast. I just literally write on it, wipe it, and it's done.
You're so talented.
Thank you.
Where can folks find you? Like on, I'm guessing you have a massive TikTok following and everything.
Crybaby Hunter.
Crybaby Hunter.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Check out some of his work. Get some ideas.
Bring back something for your kids. You got youngins. My boys still haven't clamored. What is the age range? Like, when do kids start?
I've noticed more adults, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
yeah.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen adults fight for these things.
What?
I've witnessed adults fight for them.
What did you say?
I ran away. Yeah, no.
Staying out of it.
Yeah, adults love them.
Okay, so this is just a sampling of what you guys are going to have on display. Do you know off the top of your mind how many different Labubus you guys have for sale?
We have everything.
You have everything?
Everything, yeah, they have everything.
Okay,
yeah.
You heard it here. Labubu this weekend.
Gangnam Market.
Go get them tattooed.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
they are cute. They're
Boost them in resale value. And trade with your friends. Hunter Chow, everybody. Crybaby Hunter.
Thank you.
On TikTok. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming. All
you are a talented individual. I love learning about these niche things.
Yes.
It's absolutely fascinating.
And they have exploded. They're so popular these days.
We are going to take a very quick break here on your Friday morning. There's a couple of different film fests happening, by the way, in Chicago this weekend. One of them, the 61st Chicago International Film Fest. We are going to give you a nice little preview, some red carpet events happening here in the city of Chicago when we come back. Stay with us.
right, all right, all right.
Smell that?
We got some snacks, you guys.
Smell that?
We've got a meal times 3 in front of us. So it's Adulting Day with White Castle. And we have on this paper written in front of us, sliders on set. Sliders on set. We've got about 40 of them. So today,
you have to give a warning when there's sliders on the set.
Sliders on set.
There needs to be a full warning for the entire.
We need some napkins.
Yeah.
Okay, so today is National Adulting Day to celebrate this holiday and new launch of a collaboration between OxyClean and White Castle. We're having a super fun event with free food and merch called Mess Fest 2025 at the White Castle on West Addison Street. So the reason why these two iconic brands are coming together is because of the unapologetic mess and powerful stain fighting teaming up to celebrate Adulting Day. And Anthony's going to rip into this this little package that we got.
So here is how it's working. You're given one of these.
Okay.
All right. It's called the Craver Cleanup Kit. Step 1. Hit the White Castle drive-thru, okay? Then you unbox your goods. FYI, 2 of my friends in college went in on one of these. That was the last time I saw one of these in person.
Oh, you can still buy one of these boxes.
2 of them ate an entire briefcase full of
and then they took
sliders.
A nap.
Yeah, and then went to sleep. Unbox your goods. Enjoy your sliders, like really enjoy them. Step 4, OxyClean away all your stains that will end up on the clothes. And then step 5 is revel in your adulting glory, because as adults, we don't just do what my fraternity brothers did in college and just dive into these.
Let's dive in.
You gotta do the whole thing.
Okay, so if you're curious of what this looks like, okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way just so that you guys can see the box. So you get a big box, and these sliders come like in a littler box like this. Look at this. You could share with the whole class.
How much does a case like the $30 Crave, the 30?
Oh, it's 30 bucks?
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, could you guys possibly give us a price for this? Any 30 sliders from White Castle?
Guys.
Oh, you can get it delivered to yourself in app, too. Stop. Wait, what is this? Wait. And then you...
Oh my gosh, look at this thing.
And then it holds the box? What? Wait.
All right, I have evidently completely sold out at this point in my career. Whoa.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like the guy at the bar. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure about my contract and how it jives with it, but look at this. This is literally like oh my gosh.
Whoever made this,
I didn't know that was what I was getting into.
The engineering genius behind that.
Wow.
Okay, so I love this. And yeah, the OxyClean Max Force Stain Remover. Spray now and wash up to 7 days later, it says.
So get your very own.
So there's an event happening, I believe.
Yes, it's called Mess Fest 25, everybody. It is happening at 3212 West Addison from 11:30. So it starts in less than an hour. It goes till 5:30. You get free barbecue pork sliders, this limited edition merchandise, and then here's the reason we're doing all this. Here's the reason I just sold out, everybody. It all supports Nourishing Hope Chicago, which is a local nonprofit that provides meals for families all across Chicago. And attendees will also have the chance to donate to the virtual food drive. And get this, our friends at OxyClean, they're going to match all
beautiful. Okay, fun.
Up to $2,500. So
go get you a little Sammy, and we're going to eat some too on the commercial. I believe what they're famous for is their onions, right?
Yes, exactly. That's what we are smelling. When's the last time you had a White Castle, if ever?
This is funny. I actually purchased some frozen White Castle burgers at the grocery store.
Oh, nice.
You can do that. Did you?
Yeah. I've seen them in the grocery.
Well, I'll have to compare. If you want to run through this next trender.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to dive in here?
I was going to, to compare the taste here.
Okay.
All right.
While Caitlin is sampling this, a couple other trending stories this morning. We actually reported this on Good Day this morning. How is it?
Is there cheese on this? I don't taste any cheese.
I don't think there's cheese. The original ones are just the bread, the patty, the bun, and then a pickle, and then
onion. There's no sauce on it?
No, it's its own thing.
Oh,
guys.
Okay.
All right, so we reported this on GDC this morning. The Amex Platinum fee for like all the high rollers out there. It's a really fancy silver Amex card.
How do you qualify for that?
Way above our pay grade. What did you say?
How do you qualify for that?
I think that you have to be of a certain income level and have a certain assets in savings.
Oh.
Okay, so everybody, all you high rollers out there, $8.95. And that is up from $200.
Or is it up $200 compared to where it was?
Oh, it's up $200. My mistake. Thank you, Caitlin.
You just pay that just to have the card for the year?
January 2nd, and that's when it goes into effect for consumers. And if you are a business card owner, December 2nd is when it goes into effect. And then this is, I feel like this is the clincher here, the limited edition mirror design card. That is available for 6 months. And those are for the folks that are all about show. Jake alluded to this set of characters when he was talking about the guys that he goes up against, or he used to go up against on social media.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wait,
You want to be able to pull your wallet out and get that and have that mirror design.
Do you get any benefit from having to pay for a specific card? Outside of the cool factor.
The story goes that because, even though there's these fees, that if you use the card in the right way, then you get like between $3,000 and $4,000 of benefits. But you have to use, you got to use the card the right way. But that's all I know about it because I am not in this category.
Listen, just get a regular one.
Here's another thing that you can do, Caitlin.
All right.
Platinum Nights. This is like a different world. Priority reservations at select restaurants in New York, LA, and where else but Miami, right?
Okay.
Hotel credits, lounge access, the whole 9 yards.
Listen.
Oh, yeah. So Amex claims that this card offers $500 in annual benefits. So there you go.
Can I tell you guys something? Because you mentioned really fancy restaurants. By my house, Buono? Is that how you pronounce that?
Buono beef?
Buono beef? Buono beef?
I wouldn't use the word fancy necessarily.
No, but delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what I was going to say is I don't go to fancy restaurants, but let me tell you about this restaurant, you guys. They just opened one over by my house. I've never been before the other day. They've got everything. You know how I always complain about love our good fast food that's unhealthy, but like not a fast food restaurant, a drive-through per se, that has healthy options. This restaurant has delicious salads.
Oh, nice.
They've got a chopped salad. Yesterday I tried a Mediterranean salad from there. They've also got all the Chicago favorites. We've got the beef. We've got the Chicago hot dog. They also have fantastic, you know when you go to a restaurant and you get a burger and it's like you get the big cuts of like the tomato and the onion and stuff? It's on this, and the burger tastes like it's straight off the grill in your backyard.
Nice.
I am a huge fan of this restaurant.
I have only ever had, and it's amazing, their Italian beef.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're
So it's
really,
a Chicago
really
restaurant.
It's a local, my understanding is it is a local Chicago chain. So they're, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Almost like on the scale of a, not as big as like Potbelly's, but like Aurelio's, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a regional chain. That's my understanding of it.
If you've never had it, highly recommend it. How was that burger?
It was good. It's been a couple years since I had one of these. They hold up.
Now we need like a Diet Coke or something to go with it. You know, that would just like be perfect. Okay, so
Thank you, White Castle, and good luck
thank you guys
with the
for bringing us
fundraiser
over here.
today. Thank you for sending the merch, and I'm gonna need some of this OxyClean now to undo the
spray it on
damage
your
I just
shoes,
did.
I think.
And by the way, Caitlin, if you pop for this card, the Amex card, you get $300 Lululemon credit annually.
Oh.
Free Lululemon.
Oh, the Aura Ring. You get $200 Aura
What's an
Ring
Aura
credit.
Ring?
Aura Ring is this new thing, and I really actually want one, but they are kind of pricey, so I haven't like pulled the trigger yet. You can get them like anywhere, but they measure your sleep. They keep track of your health.
Oh, I've heard of yes.
Brian,
okay.
Brian just got one, and he's a big fan too. But like you track it on your phone, an Aura Ring.
And it goes where exactly on your person?
I don't know what this credit is for. Maybe to purchase an Aura Ring, or no. I think I do know. I think you have to pay like a subscription fee for it, the Aura Ring, and I think you wear it on like your index finger. I wanted to get it to track my sleep because I wake up 652 times with the baby, so I just wanted to see like where I'm at actually with the sleeping. But I worry about like allergies too, so I'd be curious to know. But anyways. To Anthony's point, you get $200 of a Aura Ring credit annually.
And this is actually, so I've heard of this Chase Sapphire Reserve card as well, but I guess one of the reasons this is making headlines right now is because that's got a $795 annual fee, which seems so high, and this is $895. So Battle of the Titans, I guess, guys.
Okay, so credit card fee revenue in the U.S. doubled from $3 billion in 2015 to $6.4 billion in 2022. Credit card fee revenue.
It's very concerning. We've actually had some personal finance experts on our program recently talking about the buy now, pay later program.
Yeah.
And how so many people, what is happening is, for a lot of people, it can work, but you really, really have to be diligent about paying the installments, because typically they come with 4 installments. So you buy a $1,000 item, there's 4 payments of $250, and there's no interest as long as you get those payments in. But they get so many people because they target folks who may have 1 or more going on concurrently.
Yeah, right.
And you couple that with credit card debt, and that's where
sign up for the auto pay option. I've used this before, and because it doesn't burn so bad. So like you buy a $75 something, and then you only spend 15, 20 bucks at the time, and then it spreads out. But you've got to be on top of your budget, because to Anthony's point, you get 5 of those things going, then your monthly bill for your afterpay or whatever it is going to be more than you can afford. So it's tricky. And also this guy that we were interviewing was saying that you can do it for as little as like an Uber Eats purchase for like, you know,
yes,
$15.
exactly. And that's one of those head scratchers where it feels predatory. You know, because I mean, what is an Uber Eats order, $20 or $30?
Yeah, and because of the fees if you don't, and it ruins your credit. It can ruin your credit if you don't.
Now it can, if you default here.
Thanks, Anthony.
If you default on those, then the stuff racks up. Personal question, I guess, but in general, are you pretty good? Is your household pretty good about, I mean, they say pay down your credit card monthly? That's
yeah. But it gets tricky. You know what we did? I ordered, I started an Amazon credit card, because I was like, we purchased so many things on Amazon, toilet paper, paper towels, soap for the kids, da-da-da-da-da. That can get out of control. That can get out of control. So you really do have to stay on top of it. So that's been my Achilles heel. I've had to, you know, crack down. And Grady, even to the point, was like, stop using it.
So like, what are you saying, that you have an overstock amount of like TP and basics and stuff in the
it's
house,
just that I use it so often that like it adds up fast and you don't realize it, because I get all of the things. I don't really go to the store anymore.
Maggie doesn't like going to the store either. I'm more of an in-person shopper, but I will tell you this. She has really tried to implement, have you heard of the subscribe and save option on Amazon?
Yes.
Okay. She's been using that.
You do it? I don't.
We've done it, but I've started canceling some of them because
they'll send it to you and charge you.
Well, that, and okay, so here's the current example at Casa Ponce. We have a backlog of 3 massive boxes of kitty litter, and our cat is not going through the kitty litter at the rate at which our subscribe and save. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
So we have an overstock, and
you only save like 50 cents.
And it's exactly. So you're like, and paper towels the same way. I'm like, we got to use more paper towels, because like our whole storage area shelf where we keep the paper towels is overflowing.
The subscribe and save.
Yeah, so proceed with caution there.
Amazon is like, one thing that they did that I think was the most genius thing that they did, especially for those of us who put stuff in the cart and then think about it and purchase later, is the one-click purchase. Buy now, buy now, buy now. So like if you go to Amazon, you pull something up.
This always confuses me so much, because there's 18 things in our cart, and then I'm pushing buy now for the stuff I need. The other stuff is Maggie's stuff.
We think about it.
And I don't know, like...
We like to ponder on items in our cart as women, I think. Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, you don't?
No.
What's in there, though, in her...
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's why. Because she's not sure.
Some of them are clothing items, some of them are like makeup, and then there's, like household stuff too, and I'm like...
For example, yesterday, I need a new foundation. I used the Urban Decay All-Nighter foundation. Maybe some of you at home have too. Discontinued. This actually happened to Natalie Baumke just recently. Her foundation was discontinued. So as a female, we're like, what are we gonna use next? So I went on Amazon and I had like a couple in my cart. They just sat there and I was like, I probably just need to make a decision because I need it. But that's just, you know, one example. It's sitting in there until I'm sure. And then sometimes you could do save for later, you know?
Pondering.
Pondering. We like to ponder, yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to ponder. We have a couple of very special guests in studio. They're going to talk to us about a really cool event for all you movie buffs out there. It's a big weekend in Chicago. We, on Good Day today, spoke with a couple of folks from the South Asian Film Festival, which is going on in Chicago. There's, I think, 100 different screenings. It's absolutely wild. And we've got a couple of representatives and filmmakers from the Chicago International Film Festival who are in the house. We're going to be speaking with them live here in studio when we come back. Stay with us. My breath. Fun fact, everybody, Chicago is home to the longest running competitive film festival in North America.
Yes.
Okay, we're talking about the Chicago International Film Festival, back for the 61st time, red carpet events happening all weekend, and today we are joined by Mimi Plauché and Sophie Gordon with the festival to tell us more about this. Give us an idea of the scale of this event.
Great. Yes, so this is the 61st edition. We have 111 feature films and 62 short films from 70 countries. We open October 15th, and we are in venues all over the city, from the Music Box in the north to our main hub is the AMC New City. And then we're also at the Gene Siskel Film Center downtown here, and then at the David and Reva Logan Center for the Arts on the south side, as well as 3 other locations around the city.
Could you tell us, just because I'm not aware of the choosing process, how do films get picked for this?
So we are a team of programmers that work together viewing films throughout most of the year.
Oh.
And we work together to watch these films, collaborate to select this process. We watched, how many did we watch this year?
We watched over 7,000 films this year.
What?
I know,
Wow.
crazy, right?
And how many made the fest?
So 110 or 111 features and 62 shorts. So, yeah.
Oh my God.
Are there different genres that you want to fill? Like more serious ones, funnier ones? Like, is there a number that you pick for each different kind?
I'm not saying we're numbers oriented that way, but we do have, we have a genre program called After Dark for the horror films, right?
Ooh, okay.
So we're always looking for great
Halloween time.
Yeah, exactly. October's a perfect time for that. And we do have a comedy program kind of playing into Chicago's relationship with comedy, with the Second City, with stand-up and improv. And we always get great responses goes for those, but we do have a lot of dramas. We even have some sci-fi and westerns, and yeah.
So complete variety.
Exactly.
Will you give us, for those of us who have never seen a movie at a film, I actually never have seen a movie as part of a film festival. I will have to change that, absolutely. What is the experience like, and how is it different than just going to the movies?
It really is quite different from your average movie-going experience. This is 12 days of so much cinema. Everyone gets to get together at all of these venues around the city and be able to be together to talk about these films. We bring in filmmakers from here in Chicago, but from all around the world, directors, actors. It's really a wonderful space to be able to share this love of cinema together, and a really unique experience to see sometimes films you've never been able to see otherwise, or also really big, buzzy titles that we're very excited about presenting in Chicago for the first time.
So if someone is a fan of going to the movie theater, to Anthony's point, and they want to get their snacks, do you guys have fun snacks for people? All about the snacks.
I love it. I love it.
Come on.
I did talk to one of our members yesterday who said she goes sometimes to the movies just for the popcorn.
Yes.
But no, I mean, the theater has a great array of snacks. But we actually also have Fannie Mae as one of our sponsors this year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Anything in particular, both of you, I would love for both of you to chime in on this next question. Any particular films that you are especially excited about this year?
Sophia, how do you start?
I am really excited about the new film from Yorgos Lanthimos. This is Begonia. This is the director of Poor Things and The Favorite. This is a really wild ride of a film that I know audiences are really excited about. We're so excited to be presenting it.
What is the nature of it? Because I haven't seen either of the ones you referenced. So what is the premise?
This is a very fun, kind of dark satire, I would say, about a couple of people who kidnap a CEO thinking that she is an alien.
Oh.
And so this is a very fun, very dark film. It's truly a wild roller coaster of a film throughout. We're really excited about that.
Very cool. And Mimi, how about for you?
Yeah, I'm excited. Our centerpiece film is a film called Rental Family. It's by a Japanese director named Hikari, but she's been working in the U.S. now for a while. And Brendan Fraser stars in it.
Oh.
And he plays an American actor who's based in Tokyo, who's out of work. And so he goes to work for a company that is rents family members out, or actors who act as family members to participate, for example, in a wedding or at a funeral, so you can have presence there. But he gets assigned a role that changes his life to be a young girl's father. So it's really touching. It's really funny.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I love that.
Really love it. And
Is that
Brendan
an
Fraser's
actual
amazing
thing that like you can hey, I need filler for my wedding.
It is.
I need good-looking people in the first row.
Yeah.
So this is a thing.
Yeah.
It's not like a Black Mirror.
No, it could be. You're right. It could be good-looking people. It could be like the family that you want to have to introduce to your boss, or
Wow. Okay.
So,
all right. Sophie and Mimi, I've got a follow-up question to that. Since you guys have watched 7,000 movies, what, in your words, makes a good movie? We can start with you, Sophie.
For me, it's really something that surprises me. With so many films that we watch every year, I'm looking for something that really catches me off guard, that takes me by surprise, and it's really exciting for me as a programmer.
Like the plot twist?
Sometimes a plot twist or something kind of unexpected, doing something conventional maybe in an unconventional way. There can be so many ways that I can be pleasantly surprised by a film, but when we watch so many, I'm really looking to be just kind of swept away by something I've never really seen before.
Okay. And Mimi?
Yeah, I mean, similar, but also I think, again, whether it's something that is more conventional or something that's maybe a little bit more experimental, I think we're just looking for good storytelling. And of course, film's a visual medium, so something that also like is visually captivating, and that could be a sweeping landscape or the cinematography, but it could also be kind of the way in which the camera reflects emotions or picks up on kind of intimate details. So it's not ever just one thing, but yeah, it's kind of it's the way I think a film comes together, and really we have to respond to it in some way. So it could be emotional, it could be psychological, it could be for its beauty.
We are totally novice to this like whole realm. So when we talk about this as a competitive film festival, how does the competition aspect of it work? When you say, when we hear winner of the Sundance, winner of the, who's voting? Is it like afterwards you fill out a sheet and like the people, or is it you guys in a panel? How does the whole thing work?
We do have an audience award that everybody votes for their favorite film in the festival, so that is audience generated.
And that's probably a big deal. If you can say, hey, my film won the audience award at the Chicago,
loved it,
like that's, I can't imagine better feedback than from
And it can propel a film to get distribution as well, right? Because they see audiences are really responding to it. So we love that audience award.
So that's one aspect. What are some other ways it gets competitive then, and what's the process like?
We do bring in juries who are film professionals that come in from, whether we use great Chicagoans in the industry, but also Americans from across the country and international jurors from around the world.
Yeah, we have a number of different competitions, both for our feature films and our short films. For instance, our international feature film competition, our new directors competition, which is for first and second time feature filmmakers. Our short film competitions make shorts, the winner of that is eligible then to submit to the Academy Awards. Wow. So, and these are judged by the jurors that Mimi was talking about.
How many jurors are there, out of curiosity, roughly?
It depends on the competition, but we have anywhere from 3 to 5 jurors usually.
Very, very, very cool. Now, we're running out of time. I also kind of am curious about this 7,000. What is the hardest thing? What is the hardest thing about watching that many movies? Do they all run together after a while?
I think everybody asks. I mean, some people take notes or don't, but the ones that, like Sophie said, surprise you or really stick out, they really stay with you.
They have to.
I was wondering, is this like your full-time job, both of you?
Yes.
You work in film. Do you guys make movies or what?
Sometimes on the side a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is really quite an operation to put on throughout the year. And it's really such a joy to be able to work on this and watch as many movies as we do throughout the year.
Your work is about to come to fruition. You said 10/15, right? October 15th?
Yes.
Okay. How long does it run, and what do people need to know if they want to get in on one of these screenings and maybe vote for that audience award?
Yeah, it's so October 15th to the 26th.
Okay.
It's 12 days. Like I mentioned, it's at venues all over the city. But if you go to our website, ChicagoFilmFestival.com, you'll see the whole lineup of films. You can sort them by, as we were talking about, genre. So if you're like, I really just want to see comedies or I want to see romances, we have a sorting filter. So I think you can find something that might interest you or that sparks your curiosity. Or you can sort by country or language. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
And is it hard to get into any of the screenings, or if you get?
They start selling out quickly.
Okay.
So we go on sale today at 11, right about now.
In 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. I hope your website holds up.
And that is actually for members. And then the members sale runs through next week. And then at the end of next week, we go on sale for pass holders and then to the general public. So there's still time, but there are films that sell out immediately. And but then there's films that will continue to sell all the way through to opening night.
Mark your calendars, everybody.
Good luck this year.
Thank you so much.
Hope it is awesome. And congratulations on all the hard work you've done.
We gotta get Jake Hamilton on this panel.
I bet you totally.
I was gonna say, I wonder if he is.
Hey, JK.
We've got our very own
in-house. We have an in-house guy for.
Loves movies.
Jake's a great supporter of the festival. So,
good.
All right,
Good.
Mimi Plauché, Sophie Gordon, thank you both so much. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to all you out there. It's almost 11 a.m. We're about to turn things over to Tia and Natalie for another hour of Chicago Now, so stay with us, everybody.
Nothing. Welcome back to Chicago Now. I'm Tia Ewing. I am joined by Natalie Bomke. We haven't been together in years.
I know.
This is long overdue.
We talk like every day. Whenever we get a
see
chance.
each other.
Yes.
We chop it up about kids and all the things. Are you happy that it's Friday?
Yes, I'm very happy. But
too.
Tia and I will be with you this weekend. I will be anchoring Good Day Chicago
Saturday.
tomorrow morning, and you'll be with folks on Sunday.
Well, Dawn decided to step in for me because she knows that it's mommy duty for me, so she's gonna rescue me
good
on
for
Sunday.
her. Okay.
Thank goodness.
Sorry, I thought I was doing a little promotion for it.
It's okay. It's okay. People will be watching. People will be watching, and hopefully you'll continue to watch Chicago Now. We got a lot coming up on this show. We're talking about Uptown Live. It's making its debut this weekend. Music, art, food, fun, a whole lot.
And
definitely
it's a free
going
festival.
on. And it's free. You cannot go wrong with free, right?
You can't. And then Tia, I'm always looking for home ideas. Like HGTV is one of my favorite shows. I know you love that. So the 2025 Lurch Bates People's Choice Award winners, that we're talking everything architect. We're going to be discussing that and showing you some of the winners. And it's so fabulous because you have everything from like single family homes to office buildings to apartment buildings to community buildings. I checked them out and they're so cool.
Fabulous. Yeah, we talked about it before people were about to vote, and now that people have voted, I was told that this is the record amount of people voting. That this is the most people that have voted this time around. So we'll talk to the folks from the AIA Chicago coming up. And then we got to talk about this. I think a lot of people are stunned by it, have a lot of questions about it. Jimmy Kimmel being suspended, and we're actually about to talk to an expert about it, about really First Amendment, free speech, you know, what's protected, what isn't, amid all of this going on. And here to talk to us about it is Professor Geoffrey Stone from the University of Chicago School of Law. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
We are so happy that you are here, and we want to talk about this because there's a lot of questions really surrounding this right now. I know in our position we're asking, you know, are there things maybe we shouldn't say? Does that borderline opinion? Does the First Amendment apply to Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, given that ABC is a private company?
If ABC itself decided to act, it would not. First Amendment would not apply because the First Amendment applies only to government action. But the argument here is that ABC's action was caused by essentially threats made to it by government entities, and that action by the government is what violated Kimmel's rights.
Okay, I want to circle back on that, though, because it wasn't just the FCC chairman making comments, because it was other stations that carry Kimmel's show. So you've got Nexstar stations and you've got Sinclair Broadcast Group stations, a significant number of them across the country saying what he said they felt did not meet their broadcast standards. And so they said they were not going to carry the show. And then from that opinion, it moved on to the executives over at ABC.
Well, I think that the reality today, the concern today, is that the Trump administration has used its power over money and over resources to manipulate and coerce law firms, universities, and now media outlets to act in ways that are consistent with what the Trump administration wants them to say or to do, and that are inconsistent with what those entities want to say or do. And that poses a serious question about what the meaning of the First Amendment is and how we should think about that if we want to protect a free and open and aggressive democracy. And so this is a challenge that's different from any we've ever faced before, and it's a very serious one.
Professor, let me ask you this. Just looking at precedent that may have been set in previous cases, I know you say this is kind of the first of its kind. Is there a challenge legally here that Jimmy Kimmel could potentially have?
Sure. I mean, Kimmel could make the argument that the network acted because of threats made to it, the network, by the Trump administration, and that itself is violative of the First Amendment. So to take a simple example, I mean, suppose that a president tells a newspaper, which receives federal funds, that if you do not fire an editor, we will refuse to give you any more federal funds. That would clearly be a violation of the First Amendment. And the question here is to what extent the government's action implicates that concern. And as I say, as we've seen with universities and with law firms, the administration has been extremely aggressive in an unprecedented way in attempting to coerce them into changing their policies and their free speech activities in order to preserve the funding that the federal government provides. And that's a deep danger to the core principles of our democracy.
I want to circle back to some of the things that Jimmy Kimmel said, because I feel like that's kind of been lost in the discussion. And so this all started after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and initially Kimmel called Kirk's death a senseless murder. I made myself some notes here so I can get everything correct. And then he talked about the Trump himself and the president's supporters, so we're talking everybody who voted for the president in this last election, working very hard to capitalize on the murder of Charlie Kirk. Then he talked about the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk, so the assassin, as anything other than one of them, and trying to score political points. Then he went on to say that Trump's response to the murder was not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish. And then he went on another night to say, to mock Vice President J.D. Vance's fill-in as a guest host for Kirk's podcast after he was killed. What ethical obligations, if any, does Jimmy Kimmel have in furthering a false narrative about the assassination and then disparaging people who voted for President Trump?
I think that Kimmel has First Amendment rights to say all the things that he said, whether we agree with them or disagree with them. And he could not be literally punished by the government for saying any of those things. We have a very broad and aggressive protection of free speech. And those are statements of opinion that he made. We may think them to be false. We may think them to be unfounded. But the First Amendment would absolutely protect them. Now, that doesn't mean that a private entity like his employer could not discipline him for doing that. That would be perfectly appropriate because the First Amendment only applies to government. The question here is whether the private entity is acting the way it did because of its own judgment or because it was afraid of government punishment if it did not do what the Trump administration wanted. And that's where it gets complicated. And so in that sense, I think that everything that he said is protected by the First Amendment. And there's no question in my mind about that.
It basically sounds like, Professor, just for clarity's sake here, that you're saying that Kimmel can have his opinion, right? Trump has his opinion. Charlie Kirk, when he was alive, he said some things, that was his opinion. You may not agree, but you can have an opinion and it should be protected. Is that what you're saying, ultimately?
Absolutely correctly, right.
Got it. What do you think this really means, you know, looking at the broader scope? You know, I asked you about the legalities of this, you know, what could happen legally. Is there any precedent set for any cases that have happened prior to this that really can dictate how this possibly could turn out?
Well, up until this time, the court has not had a case like this or decided the case like this, where the government has implicitly threatened a newspaper or news media outlet for allowing a speaker, because that case simply hasn't arisen. But I think that what we're seeing now with like Harvard University challenging, for example, Jenner & Block and a number of other law firms challenging what the administration's doing. What they're arguing correctly, in my view, is that the administration is attempting to use its access to resources in a way to intimidate private entities into exercising their free speech rights in ways that are inconsistent with their own free speech rights. And I think that both Harvard and Jenner & Block and others will win those lawsuits if they get to the Supreme Court, because the government does not have a legitimate authority to dictate to private entities how they will engage in their expressive activity.
This reminds me of during President Biden's tenure, when the founder of Facebook came out and said that they were contacted by the government to scrub certain opinions from their social media pages, opinions that the Biden administration did not agree with. Does it remind you of that?
Well, it depends on what one thinks of the connection. It's the Biden administration or the Trump administration is perfectly free to state its own positions about these issues, and that's completely okay.
But to your previous point, though, they're telling a private entity to follow certain free speech rules.
Well, that's the question: is whether the Biden administration was directing Facebook to act in certain ways, and if it did not do so, it would be punished by the government for not doing so. I don't know whether the Biden administration statements met that standard.
Let me ask you this, because I think we're in a polarizing time. People get so caught up in what their political belief is versus really, I think, the broader scope here. And by this being so pivotal, as you said, you know, we've never really been in this position before. How do you feel like this could really reshape how free speech applies in what we're doing right now? Like, we could literally say something, someone out there may not like it, and it could be a whole thing. How do you think this could impact the future of broadcast journalism? Because we are supposed to be non-biased, even though everybody has obviously their beliefs. This is kind of like encroaching on, I would say, some of what the Constitution states. How does that impact broadcast media moving forward?
Well, I think it poses a real danger to broadcast media, to print media, and to American democracy. Obviously, New York Times or Fox News, as a private entity, can tell its reporters what they can and can't say, and that doesn't violate the First Amendment, which only applies to government. And they're free to say what they want to say, both the reporters and the newspaper or the media. But it's the government that the First Amendment is designed to restrict. And the concern we're seeing here is not just the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal making decisions, but we're seeing the Trump administration putting pressure on all of these entities, like, as I said, universities, law firms, and now media organizations, to engage in expressive activity only consistent with what the administration wants them to engage in. That is a profound threat to our democracy. And it's very unnerving, frankly. And I think a lot will depend on the Supreme Court in terms of its willingness to stand up to this and to say that if the Harvard case gets to the Supreme Court, or if the General Block case gets to the Supreme Court, or if the current controversy gets to the Supreme Court, hopefully they will say that the administration is free to state its own views, but they cannot essentially threaten these private entities because they express views that the government doesn't like.
I just find it interesting because I've watched Jimmy Kimmel, and he said things that aren't that different from this. This is not the first time that Jimmy Kimmel and many other late night hosts that I have watched cross the line. They have skits on some of their shows about politics, and infused is their opinion. I find it very interesting that in this particular case, we are here because Jimmy Kimmel, for lack of a better word, for someone that may be a Trump supporter or part of the Trump administration, they could have said something about some of his other comments prior to this, because they have been very provocative, to say the very least. Sure. Do you find the timing of this to be interesting?
Well, yeah, I think it's both interesting and worrying, because, again, reporters write all sorts of op-eds, and TV hosts make all sorts of statements that are provocative and controversial. and it may offend different people, and that's perfectly okay. That's what the First Amendment's about. But what we haven't seen is the government or government agencies putting pressure on those entities to censor the speech. That's what's happening now, and that's what's novel, and that's what's really unnerving. And that's why it's essential at this point for the judiciary to step in, because if it does not, then I believe the Trump administration will run roughshod over all of these entities and others as well in terms of dictating what their speech can be, because they're all heavily funded by federal funds. And that's really very dangerous.
Yeah, interesting, to say the least. And I do want to point out the fact, I don't want to just make it seem like Kimmel has solely focused on Trump. When I've watched, he's talked about Biden, he's talked about his age, he's talked about him being sleepy. So he's talked about, I mean, if I was famous, he'd talk about me. He talks about everybody. And some of it, if I were watching and it were me, I would be upset. I would be, you know, angry, because it's not like you get a chance to respond. You know, he says this and that's it. There's no other side. So I guess in some ways this is the response, but it's a response that is very dangerous, is what it sounds like you're saying here.
Right, and that's what's so striking about this, is that, you know, you or Kimmel or whatever can say all sorts of things that are provocative and that upset or disappoint all sorts of people, and it's your right to do so. The government cannot intervene. What's happening now, though, is that the government is implicitly and explicitly intervening in ways that is completely inconsistent with the First Amendment of the Constitution.
Is there a correlation? I'm trying to kind of bring this home for our viewers.
Yeah.
Because we've seen also in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk, educators, doctors, others either be suspended or lose their jobs over comments that they've made. So what are the free speech protections for you in the workplace?
Private employers are not governed by the Constitution. So a private employer, if it wishes to do so, can fire someone for their speech, and it would not violate the First Amendment. The First Amendment, like other provisions of the Constitution, only applies to government. Now, that doesn't mean they should do that. It doesn't mean they should behave in those ways. But it would not be unconstitutional for a private employer to decide completely on its own to fire someone because they don't like what they say.
Let me ask you this, Professor. Are there places where this type of action happens and it's acceptable outside of the United States? And what does that look like in those places?
Oh, sure. There are lots of places around the world where the government has extraordinary control over what individuals can say. And, you know, if you, simple examples, if you look at Russia or China, you know, entities or individuals who say things that are inconsistent with the values and goals of the government in those countries can be certainly fired, and worse than that, could even be prosecuted. America is different. America is deeply committed to this principle of free speech, and it believes in the notion that it is essential for the American people to be able to hear the views of all of us across a broad range of perspectives without the government attempting to dictate what views are acceptable and what are not.
Professor Stone, we really appreciate you really opening up, you know, kind of our minds to kind of see, you know, exactly what we're talking about here. Sometimes we hear it, but to have someone really break it down, I think from a legal perspective, is what really helps us, helps our viewers to understand. Professor Stone from the University of Chicago School of Law, have a great weekend, and thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me on, and you have a great weekend, too.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we are going to lighten the mood. And we're going to talk to the folks from the Uptown Live Street Festival. We'll have them right after this break.
Good news.
So we are trying to all squeeze in here. Don't want to hide my face behind Neyma's painting. We're talking about the Uptown Live Street Festival. It's happening this weekend. It's free. There's art. There's, you mentioned a spa treatments. There's alcohol. There's everything. There's all the things.
There is literally something for everyone.
But wait, I got to introduce you. I'm joined by Kelly Packer and Neyma Kimondo with us today, and Neyma's doing some artwork there. All of this art is hers, by the way.
It is.
Tell us how this came to be.
Absolutely. So, you know, Uptown is a historic entertainment district, right? Like, we have some amazing theaters like the Aragon Theater and things like that up there. So we're really bringing the entertainment out of the theater and onto the street for everybody.
I love it.
We love a Chicago Street Festival. So this is what it is. We're going to have a lot of live entertainment. We're going to have live bands from people like Joywave, DJ Mark Farina. We also are going to have the Baton Show Lounge out there with their incredible drag show. But then we'll have, you know, kid stuff too, like La Village. They're going to be out there with their, you know, kid stuff, like bouncy houses, everything, and all the art, all of the great artists.
So it's a free festival.
It is.
There are so many street festivals in Chicago.
So many.
So what made you think, I don't know, are there any others in Uptown, and what made you think, you know, there's a niche here that we need to fill?
Absolutely. Well, you know, almost every neighborhood has a street festival, and Uptown hasn't really had one that is truly branded like Uptown, right? Like, they've had Rib Fest and things in the past, but they're like, let's really bring people back to this historic entertainment and arts district. That was the philosophy.
So the 19th, 20th, 21st. So
You
this
got
isn't
it.
just one day.
Correct.
What will people see? Is it something different every day?
Every day we're going to have different bands playing. We're going to have different activities. We have a lot of different featured artists doing some
Like this
amazing
one?
things. Yes, paintings, but we also have, like, you know, street and chalk art, all sorts of great stuff. And again, the performances, right? Like, we love music, we love drag shows, we love all this fun stuff that Chicago has to offer.
Neyma, tell me about what you're working on and what has inspired you as an artist.
I'm working on a bouquet of flowers. I feel like that's very representative of like gratitude and love, even like a little bit of summer. Yeah, but I'm an artist. I'm a multimedia artist. I dabble in small canvas works like this, murals, and community programming.
How fun.
Yeah.
And so will you be doing this live out there, or will people just have like things that you have made that they can purchase from?
There will be vendors, but I'll be painting live, just like painting and having my stuff out. Yeah.
So let me ask you, how much pressure goes into that? Because you're painting live, that forces people to stop and watch.
Absolutely.
And people are watching you in action.
Yeah, I've collaborated with Uptown prior, so I love being able to talk with people and answer their questions, engage with them. It's really fun for me to talk with them.
And Kelly says this is like such a needed event. In your perspective, I mean, this has to bring a lot more attention to your artwork, right? And how important is that?
It's very important. It's very special. I feel like Chicago has a huge artist community, and being able to highlight us is very special. It's very meaningful.
I gotta ask you this, because I don't want people to think this is your only piece here. You did all these pieces.
Yes.
What's your inspiration for your art? You said you like, you know, a lot of live things and things like that, but these are not all the same.
They're not all the same. I'm very inspired by culture, by tradition, and also being able to like intertwine nature into that. So you see a lot of flowers, a lot of butterflies, fish, and I love being able to put that together.
I love it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
And Kelly, so a big part of this, it is free, but you do have a raffle, and that's a big part. So tell me about the raffle and where that money is going.
Absolutely. So raffle tickets are $5 or $10, and of course we have bundles, you know, if you want to like have multiple chances to win. But really, all the money is 100% going back into the Uptown community. So it's funding stuff like Uptown Live, but other community initiatives. We're supporting businesses. So all of these great businesses throughout Chicagoland has come together. They've donated some amazing items. I mean, we have stuff from Goose Island Pub at Salt Shed. All right, let's get down to business. So we have some great stuff with Goose Island. You know, they have their pub over at Salt Shed, so they are giving a great pack of a bunch of gear and a $200 gift card away, which is amazing.
Wow, we'll take that.
Right, exactly. And then this cute tote here represents a company called Mads and Mo. They are a mother and daughter founded company, and when I say daughters, they're, you know, like under the age of like 16. Like, so like, yeah, so like they have a whole anti-bullying campaign, so really cool stuff like that. We have Peugeot, we have some great books here from Tim Grover, and I know you are a fan of Ms. Leah Chavi. She has a great spa who's donated stuff. We have stuff from Bali's, we have, you know, Devil's Road here, and then we also have a couple things that aren't on the table that are amazing, but I know people will be excited about. Like, we have a weekend getaway to Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa.
Oh, yeah.
And you are getting multiple spa treatments. You are getting lodging. It's almost $1,000 worth of prize there. Like, that's the value. And we have $500 gift cards to spas and all sorts of stuff. Like, truly, there is something for everybody to win, you know? So come come on out, like support the community, but hey, get some stuff yourself.
Ask you this, how important is it for people to come out? Because we always hear when we go talk to businesses, they say, you know, we truly haven't bounced back from the pandemic.
Absolutely. This is a great way to support your community. So now, you know, what's great about festivals like Uptown Live is that all of the shops and all of the artists are coming out on the streets for you, for the people. We want people to come out and support, you know, even if you just, you know, have a beverage and walk around and see some great art, you know, you're experiencing a lot of things that you may not have seen at other street festivals, or, you know, maybe you're gonna pop in and see an artist or a shop that you've never been to before, and now you found a new favorite store. So it's really great to just support your truly tried and true local community in Chicago.
Uptown has had a rough history, so tell me a little bit about the revitalization of that part of the city.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of it goes with, you know, the historic entertainment district and arts, right? Like that's where it all started. And then, you know, like everything in the Chicago area right there has come up, right? We're loving the new red line, how it's running by. So, you know, just how everything has been, you know, redeveloped and like continues to develop up there. It's just really important for people to explore all of these great neighborhoods in Chicago, you know, like downtown is amazing. The Loop is great where we have Lollapalooza. West Loop is awesome for food, but get into your other neighborhoods like Uptown, you know, Lincoln Square, all of them up there. Like there's a lot to offer that people may not know about.
So people that are coming, where do they go exactly?
Absolutely. So it is taking place right in that triangle up in the heart of Uptown. It is on Broadway between Leland and Lawrence, and a little part of Racine as well. So, you know, really that whole big triangle, if you're, you know, the famous diners there, the Argonne, all of that's right there. So if you know where that theater district is, you're going to run right into it.
So today through Sunday, what time?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Gates open this evening and it goes till 10 p.m. Tomorrow, noon to 10, and then Sunday, noon to 7.
I want to ask about the food, though.
You got to ask about the food.
You did say there was a lot of food, but what specifically who's going to be there?
There's a lot. So we have Hell's Barbecue. We have some really great Mexican bites coming out as well. I mean, honestly, is it Chicago Street Festival if we don't have food?
It's all about food,
right? So we have quite a bit of stuff, and then, you know, beverage. So there's a great variety and truly something for everybody.
Perfect. And so I'm sure somebody watching is definitely going to be there. Thank you both so much for coming on.
You brightened our day.
I know,
you really
so
did.
talented. So talented. All right, we'll have much more right after this break.
fans, get ready for this one. Jen is going to kill me for saying that probably. She's like, we're much more than that.
Yes, they are.
They are. Okay, so you might remember a few weeks ago, Tia had the Best New Buildings by Chicago Architects in Lurch Bates People's Choice Award. You revealed the choices.
Yes, people had to vote.
Okay, and so now we have the winners. And so Jen Mason-Garb from the American
Institute of Architects
joins us now to go over some of the winners. Jen, you can log online. You can see some more detailed photos.
I know you looked.
I looked. Because one of the categories I was particularly interested in were the single-family home.
Yes.
And there's some really cool lake houses on there.
Yes.
And I know you're going to talk about the one in Chatham.
Right.
That won. And it is so beautiful.
I didn't look. I wanted to be surprised.
Okay, sorry, I gave it away.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I looked at the beginning to kind of see, you know, what people would be voting on. And so now I want to see who won.
Did you vote, Tia?
I did vote.
Oh, good.
I did vote under alias. Yeah, I voted.
Under alias.
I did vote.
Tammy Smith. All right, so let's go over. Let's first set it up with explaining to
what
people
is
who may
this?
have missed the first segment. What is it?
Sure. So the AIA is the professional body of architects. We're the local chapter here. We represent about 4,000 architects and designers in Chicago. And last night was our big event. Sort of, you equated it to the Emmy Awards, right? And so we awarded the awards last night, 2 categories. There's those that are juried by architects' peers, right? Other architects looking at professional decisions, right, about the buildings. And then the other category is the People's Choice Awards, which is what we're going to talk about this morning.
Everyday folks.
Okay.
Right? We had more than 8,000 Chicagoans vote this year, the most ever, as you mentioned. And they chose from originally about 200 projects. Then the docents at the Chicago Architecture Center, those that give all the walking tours, the boat tours, they narrowed it down to another 4 in 10 categories, and then we put those out to the public. And last night we announced the winners. So we're going to go through all the categories.
I'm excited. I'm like, let's get to it. Okay, so let's start out with tall building winner for 2025. Who do we have here?
Right, we're here. We're headed to Fulton Market.
Okay.
We've got some pictures here. Yes. So this is 360 North Green. It's a Gensler project. Gensler has an office here in Chicago. We also awarded last night Gensler as the Firm of the Year, a very competitive category where the peers choose from the firms, and we awarded Gensler. But you'll see this building, very recognizable. That tall staircase in the middle opening up.
Okay, so before we get to the hospitality winner, I want to make a comment. What I noticed with many of these winners, even the single family homes, lots of glass, lots of windows. Seems to be very trendy.
Right. Well, glass, the performance of glass is getting better, right?
I see.
Maybe, you know, a generation ago or more, we would think about glass as being a sieve, right, leaking energy. But the performance of glass is much better now. And so we can have more transparent buildings and not worry so much in the same way about energy loss.
All right, let's talk hospitality winner. Who do we have here?
Yes, next picture. This is the first of 2 projects from Heidi Leitner. They're a small firm here in Chicago. This is a steakhouse called the Alston. It's up at North State Street. It's this beautiful series of rooms that you sort of experience. The kitchen is open, very luxurious steakhouse.
So this is this a new building, or is it just redone architecturally?
This is a new interior.
Okay,
right.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that is a.
It's like Prohibition era meets, I don't know.
It's just
glamorous. Very glamorous.
Very glamorous.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to retail winner for 2025. Wow, we're going to Northwest Indiana for
We are. This is a distillery designed by Ratio Architects. It's an adaptive reuse of an old industrial building. It's in Valparaiso. A really interesting, we use the term adaptive reuse, right? An existing building that we turn into something else. And Ratio has done just a really great job of keeping the character of the original warehouse.
Yeah, I want to visit. That's the Journeyman Distillery at the American Factory. Next up, we have healthcare and research winner.
Healthcare and research winner. This is a JGMA project. It's in Humboldt Park, right at Division and the Park, sort of the southwest corner of Humboldt Park. It's got a running track, it's got a wellness center, it's got a pool, a community center with also community spaces to think about everyday wellness.
Hope the bosses of Fox
really a magnet.
Listen to that.
I like the running track. I like
I was thinking maybe I don't know, a hot tub or something. What about the multi-family residential winner?
Can't wait to see
Jen, to see this picture up. Yes,
Okay.
This is the, we've got a little video here.
Ooh, okay.
This is the Embry. This is designed by Lamar Johnson Collaborative. They have 2 projects as winners. I really love this bronze facade that you see here. Really like this textured, catches the light. And you know, with being in the West Loop and catching that western sun in the afternoon, right? People will recognize that. A really, really interesting texture in the facade.
I get so into this. I don't know, maybe it's because like I'm just into how things are designed and made, and I'm just so into like the interiors and exteriors of buildings. But you're right about the glass. Everything we've seen, a lot of glass. That was absolutely stunning, though.
The fireplaces were really beautiful.
Yeah, very big, very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so next we are going.
I think it shows right the breadth of what architects are doing, right?
Yeah.
Wellness centers and communities and high-end residential in the West Loop, like all the things, right? Architects are solving really different scales, different problems, sizes, typologies. Yeah.
Things that are above my pay grade. Okay, so let's talk single-family residential winner for 2025. Who do we have? Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
this is another Heidi Leitner project. This is Chatham residence. This is what your inspiration was.
Yes, the
here.
wallpaper.
Like this. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, so dreamy, so dreamy. Right, a series of really, there's a central hallway and all the spaces sort of reveal themselves from that, and a really stunning, I could see you walking down that staircase.
Oh yeah, right. How much
look at that.
Is this a home that a family bought and renovated, or
I believe this is a new construction. I believe
that's
it's
new
brand new
How many
construction.
square feet is that?
That's a good question.
Does it look
I don't
enormous?
I'm trying to picture, because you said it's in Chatham, which is on the south end of, it's in the south side of Chicago. I'm trying to picture where that home is. I've been up and down Chatham, and I have never seen a home that looked like that.
I don't know. We'll have
I
to.
haven't. They have beautiful homes.
Beautiful, yeah.
And in fact, Mahalia Jackson, a very infamous gospel singer, has her former home there. In fact, I think somebody from our family still lives there. Her husband, I think. But I've never, it's not her husband.
I don't know.
No, he passed. It's someone else that lives there. That's now a former senator of Illinois that lives in the house. But I've never seen.
I don't know where the exact address is. I don't know.
Well, Tia and I are going to stalk that one out.
We won't put it out there for public consumption.
That's true.
We just want to drive by and see it, because that is something. Absolutely something.
Okay,
right.
so
What's next?
Okay, the office winner, which seems kind of boring, but is it?
Well, wait. Office.
Did I skip that? Oh no, community
and civic.
What's next here?
Skipping ahead. Community and civic winner.
Great. Okay, so this is the Appleton Public Library, Appleton, Wisconsin. I really like this project. It's designed by it's a restoration, an upgrade of a 1981 public library, brutalist building. Not a lot of light.
Right.
And Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, SOM, these are the same architects that designed the Willis Tower, that designed the Hancock Tower. That's that same firm. And they're redesigning this 1981 library, bringing lots of new light, an expanded children's library. I like how it reminds us that old buildings can have a second life.
It is absolutely gorgeous. And I just want to bring up the fact, it came to me when I was talking about Mahalia Jackson's house. Roland Burris lives in that house.
Oh.
So yeah, I was crossing hairs in my mind. Okay, enough about what's in my brain. Let's go to the office winner for 2025.
Let's see, what's next here?
Boston Consulting Group.
Boston Consulting
This is the
Group.
Lamar Johnson
This is
collaborative.
a second Lamar Johnson collaborative. Yep.
Do we have it, you guys? Do we have office winner? We didn't get it. Okay.
Well, let's paint the picture.
That's okay.
Shall we?
Right.
Okay.
What's interesting about this project is that it has a 9-story interior staircase. If we think about how people work and how we want to collaborate and work together, the idea of going into an elevator to go up and talk to your colleagues and go back down, right? It's not conducive to collaboration. And so also exercise, right?
True.
It's great to be able to see and hear what your colleagues are doing, get some exercise on the way up and down. But it's a very beautiful high-end interior space for office.
How common is it for a group to win twice?
Well,
has that happened before?
I would say they're doing something right, and also probably they have a good marketing machine to help get the word out.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, the education winner for 2025. This was Ironworks. Actually, I think I've seen this building. Ironworks
it's in Broadview.
Yeah, I think I've seen this before.
Its nickname is the Glass House. This is another Gensler project. It's not your typical kind of educational facility if we think about like a school, but it's a school for iron workers. It's Local 63.
Oh, I've seen this.
They are, it's really stunning. It's designed, the inspiration comes from it. You know when welders are doing a bead of welding and that sort of beautiful concave like bead of welding, that's where that inspiration, that curve comes from. But inside it's where they're learning things like rigging and crane operation and you know, all the skills that an iron worker needs. It's that training facility. And because it's glass, it's transparent. You can see, right? It's inspirational, right? Yeah. It's not just you know, inside a space, but it also speaks to the craftsmanship, right? Really beautiful craftsmanship and precision that's needed in ironworking.
And what would you would expect from Chicago ironworkers, the long history there.
That's true.
All right, last but not least, the cultural winner.
The cultural winner.
Excuse me.
Right. So you're probably familiar with Jane Addams' Hull House, right?
Yeah.
Halstead and Harrison, roughly. Jane Addams was a very, very important late 19th century social reformer, Nobel Peace Prize winner as well. And this is a new exhibition and installation in the bookstore of the Hull House. It's on UIC's campus. This is by architects Michał, let's see, I'm going to get this right here.
Let's see if I have it here.
Michał Maczynski, is that right? And Titus Woolsey.
Yes, you're close. Good enough. I wouldn't. It's a K-O-S-Z-Y-C-K-I.
There we go. Michał Kuczynski and Titus Woolsey. Got to get it right. There we go. I got to get the brain kicked in here from memory. But they've done a really lovely job. It's hard to take in a historic building that has so much prominence and significance. How do you really carefully insert a new space like this? And they've taken inspiration from the work of the Hull House, the existing kilns that were on site originally. They've done just a really, really beautiful job. So we enjoyed celebrating with them last night at Design Night as well.
Let me ask you this, because some of these projects are interior, and my mind automatically thinks interior designer, decorator. But no, this is architecture. What's the difference? Are we talking about working with the existing beams in the building? Is that what makes it different from crossing the line of interior design?
Yeah. Architects are responsible. The public might not think about this, but architects' primary job is thinking about health, safety, and welfare. Right? Health, safety, and welfare. And their license and their education and their training and their exams speaks to that. That says we've got the, then also the responsibility, right? When an architect stamps or seals a drawing, they say we are taking on that legal responsibility for the health, safety, and welfare of the public. And so, yes, architects are doing interiors, but they also have this added layer of really thinking about the public safety.
And structure and all of that.
Exactly. Whenever you try to apply for a permit in the city of Chicago, really anywhere, you usually have to get like architecture renderings and think of all of the different codes for the different Chicago communities that you have to know.
And that's what an architect has to do, is navigate all of that. They are, if we go back to our Emmy Award analogy, right? The architect is both the writer, right, writing the script, and they're also the director to say, how is this executed? How is what I have drawn on paper, on the screen, the model that I've created? I've worked with the client, we've worked with the budget, we've worked with the codes, all of those things coming together. Wow. The architect's got to navigate all that and then also see it to completion.
Yeah, and they build in some spots. I'm like, how did they build something there?
Well, remember the Martini building that's along, I'm sure you know the name of it, the building that looks like a martini glass. It's along the Chicago River that has like a big cutout in the middle. I mean, that is extraordinary.
Yep, that's a Getch Partners building. It won, I believe that won an award last year for People's Choice.
Okay.
The Lamar Johnson Collaborative that won twice, are they here in Chicago? Are they based in Chicago?
They are. All the firms are based here in Chicago. Yep. Okay. They are in the same building that we are in as AI Chicago, the Jewelers building. It's at 35 East Wacker. That's where their offices are.
Perfect. This was fascinating. I always love watching and seeing, like, I don't know, maybe it's a little voyeurism to see inside of some of these buildings. All right. All right, Jen, it was a pleasure having you back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, I see pizza. So we're going to be talking about a little pizza coming up after the break. We'll be right back. Yell at us.
All right, we're going to make fun of Tia. She's not wearing orange right now. It is still Orange Friday here, still in effect, and we are celebrating the Big Bears upcoming game against the Cowboys on Sunday.
Did you say win?
On Sunday.
Let's hope they win.
Oh, yeah.
We
I
need
said
a win.
yes, of course. That's insinuated to you. So this Sunday, maybe before the game, the Roosevelt Collection shops in the South Loop, great place to go, fantastic parking, is hosting the Friendly Bears tailgate from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. before kickoff.
Yes, and Anas Masood from Windy City Burger Social Club is here to tell us about this huge tailgate. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here, and I think you guys should come and join us this Sunday. Again, it's the Roosevelt Collection shops, 150 West Roosevelt, over 19,000 square feet of fun. There's going to be family-friendly games, Bears giveaways, a lot of stuff happening. DJ by Chef Juan Kim. I mean, as you can see, there's going to be lots of food.
Tell us about some of the people, because I know you're going to be representing there, but who else is there? Because the list is like off the page.
We got the Staley, we got which is owned by Israel Adonijah, former Chicago Bear. We have Prince Street Pizza, we have Soul Taco, we have Betty Lexington Smokehouse, we have Apollonia. There's all types of food to fit all
everyone's needs.
Everyone's needs, absolutely.
So go ahead.
Well, tell us what you brought in.
Yeah.
So this is my stuff.
Okay.
This is the Windy City Smash Burger. It's a double patty, French brioche bun, kosher dill pickles, garlic aioli, ketchup, mustard. This is my. Oh my God, I forgot what I.
You know what you got? Come on.
Well, it looks like
they almost look the same.
This is okay. Actually, I call it Monster of the Midway.
Okay.
It's basically the same thing, but I put Caruso's mild jardinera on it. They call it Chicago's caviar because it's Chicago. We love jardinera in our.
Very fancy.
Yeah, we love jardinera. And then it has smoked bacon in there, and then my Windy City dog, which is a Vienna beef dog, kosher dill pickles, jardinera, grilled onions, garlic aioli, and some mustard.
Ooh, I wonder how that tastes with the garlic aioli.
It tastes phenomenal.
I'm happy you didn't.
I can assure you of that.
I'm happy you said no.
And of course, don't forget this pepperoni pizza.
This smells really. This is really Detroit style now, though.
Detroit style.
So it's a good thing you didn't serve this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, that was. We don't want to talk about that.
We don't want to include any Detroit style stuff.
We don't want to talk about that.
No.
Let me ask you, how does this work? With so many different restaurants, is this you pay at the door, or do you pay as you go? How does it work?
It's free. It's open to the public. The great thing about this is if you go to any Bears home games, you can come park at the garage. It's $40 for up to 12 hours.
Oh.
But this event in specific on Sunday, it's from 11 to 2. Again, it's open to the public. It's free of charge. There's going to be tons of activities.
Oh, that sounds fun. So is this a one-time thing, or do you think this is something that will carry on throughout the season? This is a one-time thing for now.
Correct.
Okay, but to me it sounds like something that you could keep doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a family-friendly tailgate. You know, bring your kids, enjoy the fun. There's going to be so many different activities.
This is what I like about the parking situation that you just described.
Yes.
$40 for 12 hours. Because if you're coming in from the suburbs like me, you can park there and then maybe Uber over,
Correct.
walk over, and that's a good deal.
It's about a mile walk. It's not too bad. Get your cardio in. You know, just walk down Roosevelt. You're there in no time. It's an easy walk.
Now let me ask you this: what about some music? You got any beats going? Maybe it's just the speakers.
Yes. No. We have DJ Chef Juan Kim.
Okay.
He's not just a DJ. He's a chef. He's a graffiti artist. This man does it all.
Swords.
And he's going to be playing tons of music. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a rocking atmosphere.
Now, is this in the courtyard then of the Roosevelt Collection?
It's on their rooftop.
Okay.
Oh,
yes.
Wow, even better.
It's 19,000 square foot space. I mean, there's tons of space. It's going to be all over. Just nothing but activities.
Let me ask you, what made you guys come up with this? This is really creative, considering its proximity, obviously, to Soldier Field. People are always looking for something to do. You already have kind of like the Bears' known tailgate lot. People get used to that. Sometimes they want something different. What made you guys come up with this idea?
Well, it wasn't me, but I believe Roosevelt. I believe it was the Roosevelt Collection shops, and I think they wanted to promote the fact that, hey, come shop with us, park here, walk down the street. Why not? You know, promote the business, and there's also housing there too. You can, hey, why not? Why not live there and then walk to Soldier Field when you can? But I think overall, it's just to promote the shopping atmosphere of the Roosevelt Collection shops.
Okay, I'm gonna taste this hot dog.
You do that,
you can't bring food, or what would you suggest I taste?
You know what? The hot dog is different. Give it a shot.
Okay, because you can't bring food here and we not taste. So let's see.
As
I'm not
Tia
gonna
does that, can I ask you, with Windy City Burger Social Club?
Yes, ma'am.
Eat on the show. It's always me. Go ahead.
You're the one that volunteered yourself. What makes you guys stand out? Because there's a lot of burgers you can get in Chicago.
Yes. Well, I started this project about 1.5 years ago. We grill out of South Loop Market, which we have locations here, but we grill it out of Logan Square. And what makes our burger special? Well, I mean, we use premium ingredients. All my condiments are boar's head. They're French brioche buns. So they stand out. They stand out quite a bit.
Volunteer. Yeah.
I even put the hot dog on a French brioche hot dog bun. So everything is your non-traditional menu items.
She's signing off on it. What about
it's different.
beverages? What kind of beverages are you guys going to have?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure what kind of beverages are going to be there, but I'm sure there's going to be beverages to fit everyone's taste palates.
All right.
Okay, and it's free to enter. You will have to pay for the food.
Yes.
Just so you know, right.
At a you're
eating for free.
Very discounted rate. So it's going to be very inexpensive. It's inexpensive. It's going to fit everybody's budget. We want to make it as friendly and affordable as possible for everybody and the families that are going to show up.
That hot dog, that is dangerous, dude. That is
It's different. It's different.
I'm not gonna say different makes it sound like it's not good. No, that is an amazing
Thank you so much.
twist on a Chicago hot dog. And if it was later in the day, I would eat the whole day.
I came up with it at a random barbecue. Me and my brother a couple of months ago, we were just messing around, cooking, and there it is right there on
It's very good.
plate.
I'm trying to be a lady, but that is
better Tia than I.
Good job.
What do you love about Chicago, and specifically Chicago Bears fans?
The diversity, the fandom. Me, myself, I love traveling to see the Bears when they go on the road personally.
Wasting your money. No, I'm kidding.
Tia Ewing.
I'm kidding.
She's probably a Packers fan.
I'm kidding. No, I am a Bears fan. I need to see more. I'm getting real frustrated. I know it's 2 games.
It's a love-hate relationship. What are you gonna do? You know? No, I just love.
Ask you to eat more of that hot dog. Stop.
I love the diversity of Chicago, and that's what makes Chicago so special. I know there's a lot of things going on right now, but in general, if there's one thing that brings us together, it's food, it's the Bears, and it's just the overall experience. Yes, absolutely.
What do you think about the attraction of Chicago food? Because I've traveled a lot of places. People come here and they're like, I love coming to Chicago for the food. There's no food like Chicago food, and it's true.
You're correct. You're right. I mean, you can get things here that you can't get anywhere else. Again, like the jardinera, for example. Everyone's like, what is this stuff? You know, and then we got to explain to them, you know, this is our Chicago's caviar. This is what we like to put on all of our foods. Chicago food is just, it stands out because we are just different. And we love food, and we make food with love.
Natalie is laughing at me. So here's a question for you. If you could give a prediction on the Bears game.
Oh, God.
What do you think? What you think the score is going to be? I put you on the spot.
All right.
But
Bears.
Since you're such a fan, we got 1 minute.
Bears 73, Cowboys -2.
All right, and with that, we're going to break because that's a joke. We'll see you next week. That's what we're going to do. We're going to see you next week. Go to this event. It's September 21st at Roosevelt Collection Shop. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I like your optimism.
Yes.
It's good to end the week
with
optimism.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Stay
see
optimistic.
you next week. Stay optimistic. Have a great weekend. Be safe, everybody.
Take care.
Stay up, never down.
from Chicago, this is Fox 32 News at Noon.
Next at noon, several scuffles breaking out during a protest at the ICE facility in Broadview.
And the TikTok deal that's been worked on by President Trump and the Chinese government has now been approved.
Taking a live look outside, it is another beautiful start